Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are in Coaches with Coffee. I'm here with Julie Bates. Julie, how are you today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, Marissa?
I'm doing awesome. I just realized, well, one, I only see you from the nose up, so I'm gonna change. There you go. Now I see you, and
It's
now we're both streaming side by side. Sorry, everyone. Now we can see everyone.
That's funny. I
Hey,
mean, I could see all of me the whole time, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even know, but now you look great. Hey everyone, we're so happy to have you here. So Julie, happy New Year. We've been on a little hiatus. So
Happy New Year.
it's the end of January, the longest month of the year, according to most people.
And it sort of felt that way, eh?
It did. It totally did. So, well, we're here because we're talking about, I'm just making sure we're actually live. Yeah. We're going to talk about our brand newest and most exciting, fun Cycling Essentials Academy. Yeah.
Yay.
And well, anyways, y'all, if you're on our email list, you've heard about it. We've been talking about it all month. We've got people enrolling, and we wanted to bring you some of the frequently asked questions.
The
And
FAQs. Yep.
yeah, the FAQ session. So Julie was going to ask me some questions. I'll try to do my best to answer them. And away we go.
These are going to be super high level questions, nothing complicated, because we really want to make sure you guys understand clearly what this new offering is, because we're really excited about it. And the first question would be, what is it? What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
What the heck is it? So the Cycling Essentials Academy, I kind of started with, well, what is the most essential way to have success? And that is to follow the freaking program. You hear me say it all the time. I did not coin that. I stole it, but I'm using it because I love it.
Yeah.
And for y'all who are seeking to get on the podium or to go longer in their next gravel race or road race or road event or bike packing event, we need to train for that. So, following a program is your best option. And we've received a lot of feedback from people over the years who were excited about coaching, but maybe weren't ready to step up to work with a coach. So, we are bringing all of our kind of tried, tested, proven programs to you in a way that is manageable and helpful for you. So, the Cycling Essentials Academy is essentially a membership where you have access to our programming specifically made for women over 40 who are going for gravel, mountain bike, cyclocross. We've got programs that run the gamut of our experience, right? So that is the main like benefit is getting to use our programs at kind of on your own schedule. So within that you will, and we'll talk about like how it works in just a second, but within that you'll also have kind of the secret sauce of how and why we're training. We have some videos kind of informing you, educating you, understanding why we're training in a different way, kind of giving you some buy-in, because I know for a fact that for most people all of their lives they have certain truisms about cycling. This is the way it is. But in the last 4 or 5 years, we've been unpeeling this onion layer by layer of like, actually, the way that women over 40 need to train is quite different than women under 40 and men train. Most every, and I'm talking 95% of training plans out there are created for young active men. So we're here creating this movement to help women over 40 succeed. So that's why we want to be the default place for you to come to get successful programming so you can crush that next event. And so Julie and I just spent like half an hour talking about her cyclocross program, which we're super stoked on. She's got mountain biking programs that we're working on because it's almost mountain biking season.
Yes, it
I've
is.
got
Yep.
right, I've got gravel programs in the wings. I've got the next level of cycling, Climb Strong program ready to go. So these are coming out weekly, right? Coming out weekly in our shop. But instead of paying $199 every 6 weeks for them, we want you to join our membership where you'll have access to them every 6 weeks, right? At the low, low price of $100 a month to stay with us month to month to month, to be part of our movement, to have access to us. So the last thing is you get a free coaching call every month with us. So as part of your membership, you get to come and have a coaching call with us and ask us questions about training. Ask us, how can I personalize this slightly more for me? So That's what it is. I hope that was all-inclusive umbrella view, but yeah, we're excited to bring y'all on board. Julie,
All
did that
right.
make sense?
Thank you, Marissa. I love that. It's such a cool program because there's a lot of different choices, and we want it to be a roadmap for you so that, okay, I've done this program. Now what should I do? So there'll be, we could talk about that a little bit. It's about like my third question, how to do
Yeah,
it.
perfect.
But
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, but first I want to ask you the question, who is this for? And on the opposite side, who is this not for? Because they might be two very different athletes who one person might really thrive with this program, another person might find it a bit overwhelming.
I
So
love that.
let's talk about the difference.
Yeah. So we know that in order to have success, you need a goal. So this is for somebody who has a specific goal, right? And that goal could be a new PR on my local climb, right? That's a legitimate goal. You don't have to race. Your goal could be a race. That's fine. Your goal could be the next gravel or bike packing event. It could be a trip going, to the Dolomites in the summer. It could be anything. It needs to have a goal because goals come with a timeline. And when push comes to shove, you need a goal. We know to have any sort of success, you need to have followed a program before. So if you are unfamiliar with how to follow a program step by step, or if you're unwilling to follow a program step by step, then this isn't for you. We can talk about that in a moment. But if you've followed a program before, you're going to have success. You know what it takes. This is for somebody who's a self starter. So you put a program in front of you, you're going to follow it to, step by step. You're somebody who can set aside the time, who understands how to schedule their days so that they include their training, right? This is for somebody who has a background or has, at least a small background in movement off the bike. So we're talking like somebody who's able to do squats and lunges, somebody who's able to, or has had a past in lifting weights, not necessarily competitively, but you've gone to a gym or you've gone to programs like one at the YMCA we used to do is like Les Mills Body Pump, right? That's a program. You understand how to lift weights because this is not for somebody who's a total beginner. If you are a total beginner, we want you to go seek out some one-on-one information with a trainer so you learn how to lift weights correctly. That's really important. It's also for somebody who has a goal, but what do I want to say? Well, I'll just say this way is this is not for somebody who has a specific goal of getting onto the podium on a specific date. Because these are programs that are going to help anyone, but they are not customized to your specific date. Does that make sense? So if I was
Perfect.
training for world championships, I would use some of these programs to help me build up my fitness ahead of time. But when I'm getting towards that event, that that racing event, for example, I'm going to go with my coach because they're going to be able to personalize this program to me, not the program, but they're going to personalize their coaching to me, to my situation, to my fitness level, to my skill level. Yeah. So if you have a specific goal of landing on a podium, whether it's cyclocross and you need help with skills, this is not for you because this program doesn't come with coaching, right? It's not for somebody who needs accountability. If you've heard yourself say, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it in the last month, 2 months, 3 months, this program isn't for you because that means you're stuck. Actually, you do need help. If you are saying that to yourself, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it. You need coaching. And we encourage you to sign up for our one-on-one, the Level Up coaching, which we'll talk about next week. But this isn't for anyone who, says, oh, that they want to learn new skills, right? And Julie had a great last week, right? One of her cyclocross clients came to her wanting to hit the podium. She's like, you need to learn skills. So you can't do that on a program, right? You can't just download a program and learn skills. So you do need to be aware of what you need. And I think, like talking about my email from yesterday, but a coach is going to give you that special sauce that's going to lead you to the podium or to the specific event on a particular day. Because these programs, while they're going to get you fit, they're going to get you faster, they're going to help you get, I'd say 70% of the way there. But that final 30%, if you want to hit the podium or to go farther or to hit something on a specific day, I recommend that you hire that coach so that you will get the outcome that you want. All right. So, but this program for most people who want to get through their, I want to say like their trip through the Alps, right? Or they're going to be going on a back-to-back bikepacking trip for 6 or 7 days. That's what these programs are for. They're going to have you essentially download them, follow them step by step, and out the other side, you're going to be ready to toe the line to get that thing done. So I know it's a little nuanced here, but the main thing is it's going to get you 70% to a goal. But if you need that extra 30%, we encourage you to hire the coach.
I can actually finance that for you. Having a coach, let's just say like in cyclocross, is the wonderful, it's just this well of information. Like for example, one of my clients at a race, it had just rained, it was kind of sloppy, and she's like, should I wear spikes in my shoes? And the answer is yes, you should.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really helpful. There was a very technical, slippery run up, and this athlete was able to get up it with a lot less strain than people that were slipping and sliding down it. So with coaching, one-on-one coaching, you get that sort of at the moment,
Yeah.
help
Mm-hmm.
me right now. I don't know what to do. Give me some guidance. And it's a very personal relationship that you have with a client. And I love
Exactly.
how you separated if you have a goal of getting on a podium, or you have a goal of finishing a timed event at a certain time, or whatever that finite goal is, one-on-one coaching is how you get there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great. Yeah.
Yeah. And it really just comes down to you don't know what to ask until
Hmm.
you're talking with somebody who's been there, has the experience, has the knowledge, and can show you how to get there.
Yeah,
And that's what coaching is. I am super excited about that.
me too. And I loved how you also gave people freedom, the option to start with the academy and picking programs themselves. And then eventually they might get to a point where they're like, okay, now it's time to pony up and really get focused. And I think I'm really ready for that one-on-one coaching. And that's a
Yeah.
perfect mix, because by the time they get to that one-on-one coaching, they understand what is required to do this program. And so they're all in. And then that's when everything just flowers and grows, because they understand what it's about and they need to do, and they understand the benefit of it. So I love how you can mix and match that at a certain point if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
my last question is, so how does this tiered system that we have work? How does it work for our clients?
Yeah. The academy works so if somebody were to register, what you register on our page, and as soon as you register, you are given access to your academy members resources library. So inside of that library, we have all of our like best information on how to fuel, right? And we talk about before the ride, during the ride, after the ride, how to recover, and we talk about fueling for recovery and recovery in general, because recovery for women over 40 now, 50, 60, 70, like recovery is where we have to physically change our behavior because of our fluctuation and eventually decline of estrogen. So recovery is where you're actually getting stronger, you're getting fitter, you're getting faster, and it's the most neglected part of training. So recovery is important. And then we also talk about so sleep, of course. So you have this very in-depth library where you have all of our answers. You have all the access. You have all the secret sauce that we have put together for you. And then in addition, so again, you have that immediate access. You'll have receive a code from us, right? It's your very own code, secret code, and you'll go onto our website, or actioncoachingcollective.com, and you're going to select which program you would like to start with. And then if you have questions, you can just reach out and ask us, which one should I start with? That's no problem. And then finally, every month, you're going to receive one-on-one, well, not one-on-one, but FaceTime. So face-to-face coaching with Julie and I at our coaching calls. So, and the very first one is next Monday. So circle that date if you've been curious. It's time to get in is now, so you can attend our first call, which is on Monday. And those are everything that comes with it. In addition, you're getting a basic Training Peaks account. You can upgrade a premium account on your own if you'd like to, but you don't have to. You have, again, access to all of our training programs. And then we're giving you access to how to use Training Peaks. We have two videos that kind of explain more about how to use your program online. But not only that, once you join, you have that, right? Once you download the program, it's in your Training Peaks for as long as you have Training Peaks. So unless you lose your account or delete your account, you're going to keep the training, right? You can use it over and over. We also offer you a goal setting session. So inside of that, remember how I said the people who are going to be successful have a goal? We want you to sit down, clear 30 minutes of your schedule and write down your goals, because people who write down and share their goals are 90% more likely to achieve them. So we're setting you up for success. All you have to do is say yes and sign up, honestly. And this is at a fraction of the cost of what it usually costs to work with Julie and I. It's $50 startup fee and then $100 monthly. So if you were to buy each program individually, they retail for $199, or you can join the membership and just pay month to month, $100 every month for the access to those. So that is how it works. Then what was I going to say? You have an onboarding, so you'll receive onboarding paperwork. I use paperwork loosely. It's online, but you'll essentially type in your vital information and make sure that pass our health PAR-Q questionnaire. And the last thing I'll say is that a lot of people have been asking me, well, what if I have this or what about that? The whatabouts, right? We encourage you to just buy a 30-minute one-off coaching session so you can ask every single question that you have about your program or about your situation. And we are happy to adjust your program according to those needs. So when you purchase 30 minutes of coaching with us, it's $150. You'll meet with us for 30 minutes. And let's just say, for example, you want to lift weights, but it needs to be on a different day, then we can go through how to change all of that for you. So if you want some more customization, but you don't want to go all in with the one-on-one full custom programming, then we encourage you to just purchase a 30-minute coaching call with us. So that's the kind of an a la carte menu at 30 minutes of coaching. So that is how it works. And then month to month to month, you'll just purchase $100 every month. Every 6 weeks, you get a new code so you can download your new program, and we go from there.
Excellent. Thank you. That was awesome. What are you guys waiting for? It's going to be spring before you know it. January is over today. We're finally through January. Woo!
Yeah.
It's been quite a January.
That's such a good point, Julie. If your event is in April or May,
Yep.
It's time to start today.
Yep.
So
yes, it is.
Yep. No more waiting around. And if it's in February, you're too late, right? I never like to say you're too late, but you're too late. February, there's tomorrow is February. So we do have a couple of gravel events locally that are happening in February and March. And if you aren't starting to train yet, then it's too late. So maybe shift to some April, May, June events, but now is the time to get in. And Julie, what about mountain bikers?
You guys should be thinking about your races. I know races typically will start in May and April. If any of you guys are interested in doing I love this race because it would be one of the largest races for women over 40 mountain bike cross country is the Sea Otter in Monterey, California. It is so cool to sit there and line up with like 20 other women instead of 5. So that's, it's one of the biggest events of the year, and that's in April. So now is the time to start. I know it's snowy out, you're on a trainer indoors. That's okay, because there's no reason you should not be thinking about training for your seasons that begin in March and April on your mountain bike. So
yeah,
we are here for you.
Love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, Julie, then first coaching call is on Monday. So
Yep.
we're ready for you. If you are coming in, you need to get in by basically Friday so you can get everything set up. And then the doors are going to be closed, and then we'll open them again at the end of February. So, all right, we're excited to bring this to you. Yeah. And if you have more questions, just drop them below. I'll be happy to answer them. And next week, we're going to talk about Level Up, our one-on-one coaching membership. And I am super excited to talk about that with Julie. And welcome back to Coffee with Coaches. I
know. It's been a long time. It's good to, same old cup. Yep. Same old cup.
All right. Well, I was trying to see, a couple of things. If you're not on our email list already, get on there. I'm talking all about The lessons we talked about from last Saturday is gravel and wine, our Southern California gravel event in January. The weather alone was worth the trip, so highly recommend that. But don't come to these lightly. It was hard. It was a hard, steep climbing and descending course. And then same goes for gravel in April. Sea Otter is a huge gravel event. So if you were curious about signing up with, again, a ton more women next to you, gravel at Sea Otter is the place. Yeah, I guess we could talk also if you have questions about other races around the country. It'd be fun to talk about those in the future. If you have other ideas that you want to hear us talk about too, just drop them below. So, Julie, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.
You guys have a wonderful February. We'll talk to you next week.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.